Check it out. It's Mr. Royce of Royce Media coming at you guys with another video. On this video, we're going to address the issue of game versus tricking. The reason I chose to discuss this topic is because there's a lot of talk lately there's a lot of criticism of the passport and the SYSBM community for going overseas to enjoy their time with women, and that time includes whatever it includes. It may be some carnal activities, involved with that, and because of that, they're being accused of being, taking advantage of so-called dirty feet women and whatever that is, and taking money out of the community, different stuff like that. There's just a lot of stupid talk. What's funny to me, addressing that community thing. First of all, what community are they taking money out of? What, the American population? Hey, they, the black community is the American community. There's not a black community. There's a black population in the United States. So that doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Secondly, they're saying that these guys are going over taking advantage of dirty foot third world country women. Well, Memphis, Gary, Chicago, areas outside of Atlanta. You think of every major place that there are populations of black Americans. There are women with dirty feet. They show you every day on social media. They're walking out here with dirty feet. So, y'all act like they're doing something different. My thing is, why isn't that these men are not free to do what they want to do? That's stupid. Black men have fought and died for this country, and fought and died for rights to be able to do what they want within reason. So if these guys want to go outside the country and have themselves a good time and meet women, that's their business. If they want to go over there and find wives for whatever reason, that's their business. It's stupid. I got a passport and I travel a lot, especially prior to 2020. Man, every 3 months I was going out of the U.S. I go with my wife. I don't travel as a single man because I'm not, but I travel and I go where I want to go. I got family in the different islands and stuff, and I go to see relatives. I go to see different sites. I do what I want to do, and these men have the right to do what they want to do. What's funny is that you have black American women that go to these same places, and I see them with the rented jocks and rented dreads. I see what my little young cousins do. I see them with the shanky pankies. I pointed out to my wife. We'll be somewhere, and I'll see some old, 67-year-old woman, holding hands with some 27-year-old guy. Nobody is running up on her talking about, you're out here mongering. You're out here taking advantage of these dirty feet boys. Nobody bothers them. You literally had a movement back in the early 90s that was based on a book called Stella Got Her Groove Back, where the protagonist of the story went overseas to and met herself a young island guy and fell in love with him, and eventually brought him back. It was Tony, I believe it was Toni Morrison that did that. She married the guy and brought him back. Brought him back to the States, which it was what it was, and I'm not going to speak to what happened subsequent to that situation, but that was her business. She had every right to do that. These women running out to hedonism and some of the other events that they have in the Caribbean, Carnival and stuff. You think they ain't getting themselves some island meat? You gotta be crazy. You gotta be out of your fucking mind. I don't want to cuss, but that's the only way I can get that point across. You gotta be out of your mind. If you think these women ain't going over there getting piped down by Julian St. Jacques, another criticism is that these guys are lame here in the States, so they have to go to other countries to be the man. So what? So what? Why would you stay somewhere where the odds are against you? Or why would you be in an environment that the odds are against you when you know you can afford to go somewhere where the odds are more in your favor? That's just human nature, Why would you stand and fight quicksand if you can get out? Some of these guys are going over there getting wives. I say great. Let them do that. They're going over there getting single mothers. So what? Why do you care? If you're a guy and you're critical of the SYSBM and the passport guys for going over and getting single mothers, going overseas getting single mothers, you should be happy because that leaves more Keishas, that leaves more Cinnamons, that leaves more Sapphires, whatever you want to call them. That leaves more of them for you. So you can love and take care of the queens. Even though you can only have one, and there's approximately 2 million more of them than you, it leaves more of them to your picking. I would be happy if I was you that them guys are going elsewhere, Then there's this whole game thing. Well, these guys, they don't got game. They got to pay for love. So you think your 400 good morning beautiful Texas, that's not currency, that's not a transaction? You're paying with attention. If you're sending drinks over and you're taking a chick out, you're buying her dinner and you're paying for drinks to talk to a chick at the club and different stuff like that. You buying fancy cars and nice clothes to impress the chicks. Yeah, it may be for you, but guess what? It's for them too. It's for you to get their attention. You're not fooling anybody. The amount of money you guys spend on flowers and stuff, the minute you buy one of these chicks a cup of coffee, you have paid for a transaction. You have paid for her time and attention. And you guys don't see that. But I do. Because I understand what it is. I ain't tripping. You do what you do. You want to sit there and you want to waste hours and days, in the chick's ear like the holler man. You mean holla, 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 holla. You want to sit there and be in the chick's ear to try to get her to do what you want her to do. Translate all of that time and that attention into money. Whatever you make an hour, whatever you make a day, transfer all that time you spent trying to impress that broad, transfer it into money. And see how much money you spent to get that woman's attention. Because that's all it is. The embodiment of time and attention is money. That's the medium of exchange. You know, that's why I'm one of the people that always says that everyone can be bought, because your time and attention is exchanged for money. Whatever it costs for your time and attention, that's what you were paid for. It might not be a permanent transaction, but for that time that you go to work, that you clock in, you go out, you've been bought for that time. And when you take that same time and you're investing it in some chick to try to smash or do whatever it is you want to do with her, it's the same thing, dog. It's the same thing, bro. It's not different. You think it's different because you broke. You know, I ain't spend no money on hey, that's broke dude talk. That's broke dude talk. Them dudes just found a way. Them dudes just shorten the process. And it sounds like you mad. Sounds like you mad. Sounds like you guys are mad. Y'all sound like bitter exes. You guys complaining about the SYSBM and the passport bros, complaining about them going overseas. Y'all sound like bitter broads complaining about them guys. Complaining about what another man does with his time, his money, and his penis. You know. Then y'all want to hide behind some kind of morality. You know, a pseudo idea of morality. When you spending this, you're doing the same thing. It may not be in paper cash, but guess what? It's still money. It still translates into money, if you understand what the idea of money is. So, you know, if you're in the chat room, talk to me about it. Talk to me about it, especially if you disagree. I really want to see you people that disagree. I really want to see what y'all got to say, because I think it's ridiculous that y'all waste time going after these guys. And you know, this whole, say the community thing. Y'all kill me. Y'all act like it's not people with sub-Saharan African DNA in other countries outside the U.S. People with sub-Saharan African DNA are all over the place. All over the place. And to me, that don't even matter. Them guys can do what they want to do. They can do whatever it is they want to do. What you got to do is stop worrying about other grown people, because it's not a good look. Y'all look dumb. You need to leave them girls alone. That's some bitch ass shit. Really, that's some bitch ass shit. You know? What I look like telling another man what kind of car to buy, what kind of house to buy, how to spend his money. I don't care. I don't care. You know, these game guys, like they gonna razzmatazz and verbally hypnotize a chick into doing what they say. And really these guys that talk about this ism, over here, you had the ism, man, because them girls overseas, them ain't nothing but prostitutes. If you talking about ism and you talking about getting money up out of a chick, that's called trafficking. That's a crime, dummy. That's a crime. Guess what? People go, R. Kelly is in jail for a racketeering charge based on the ism. When it really comes down to it, his notoriety as a singer is really his form of ism. Now, they gave him Buck Rogers time. He if he had to do all that time, he's not going to live to finish that sentence. And another thing. Yeah, that's right, JJ. These guys, they don't say none of these guys. They go to these strip clubs and they're throwing money all over the place. They're buying tables and buying bottles and stuff. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. It is not different. You know, it's not different at all. And so I don't understand all of the I don't understand all of the boohooing about it. You know, it's really it's a waste of the conversation is a waste of time. You know, it's a waste of time, especially among grown men. I can see I can see the women being upset. Really, I can't see that because, you know, they talk about how much more money that they're getting and all of this other stuff that they're doing, you know, then that guy's money shouldn't matter. But really, for guys, there is no interest in you as a man worrying about what another man does and where he does it. You know, y'all so worried about these passport bros. Y'all got weirdos in school, in schools trying to indoctrinate the kids into weirdo life. But somehow, y'all got more to say about a man going overseas to uh, date women. I don't get it. You know, that don't affect you. Them going overseas, that don't affect you. What they're doing to these kids affects you because not even if you don't have kids, these kids are going to grow up to make policy, and they're going to grow up and be the taxpayers and the voters, different stuff like that. You know, but now we got to stop the passport bros from going over to Brazil, where you have the largest population of black people outside of Africa. We got to stop them from going over there and meeting women and doing what they do with women. You know, it's crazy. You know, and the real pushback, the real antagonism is coming from guys. It's not really coming from the women. I mean, the women say what they say, and it's real easy to deal with them. You tell me, well, you know, stop, stop Tanisha from running over to Jamaica to get with Julian St. Jacques. They usually they go and mind their business then. It's you guys, you know, you be on these crusades. Oh, we gotta stop the passport brothers. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Man, I'm telling you, you guys worry about the wrong shit. You guys that are going at the passport bros and the SYSBM guys, y'all worried about the wrong shit. You know, you need to be getting your money right so you can travel if you want to. Or you can stay here in Memphis or Gary, Indiana, wherever you stay, you know, and impress Keisha, you know, and impress Brenda. You know, you still got to get your money right because now, you know, Brenda and Keisha is popping up on TV talking about how they want a man that is at least making 200,000. What you gonna do about that, game guy? You gonna spit your ism at the? I mean, spit my ism. Shut your dumb ass up. I'm gonna spit my ism. Wow, skillet, wow, wow, wow. Y'all remind me of one of them Tom and Jerry characters. Skillet, wow, wow, wow. Nobody care about that shit, you know. You know, the Dominican girls ain't, you know, y'all ain't getting no money out them Dominican girls. They ain't getting money out them Colombian girls. They ain't getting money out them Brazilian girls. If the dudes want to go over there and buy, you know, Araceli a stove, that's his business. That's his business. You know, but you mad he didn't buy your mama a stove? You mad he didn't buy, you know, he didn't buy your sister Tanisha a stove? You mad about that? You mad? You mad? Boy, y'all childish. Y'all childish. Y'all just bad as these hammerheads. You know. Anyway, so where y'all at? Where y'all at? Now y'all, fuming, mad at the passport guys. Where y'all at? You know, I've been watching a few of these guys hopping on these panels, and they come up with all kinds of mumble jumble and beatboxing, but why these guys should be going overseas to meet women. Listen, I don't care what they do, as long as they ain't going over there messing with little boys, because that's what them Canadians and them Germans and stuff do. They going over there messing with young boys, you know. That's the problem. What these passport dudes are doing, that ain't a problem. And as long as they ain't committing crimes and strong arming no chicks, it's all good. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's not your business. You got to worry about Keisha here. You got to try to get Keisha. You got to shame, blame, and explain to Keisha to get her to act right. Because she ain't going to act right. Amber ain't going to act right. Cinnamon ain't going to act right. You got your hands full with, with your nonsense over here. So, right. Because these dudes can barely. You're right, JJ. These dudes can barely speak English. they, they don't want to leave the country, so they have no interest in learning the second national language in the United States, which is Spanish. So yeah, they're not going to, they're not going to um, put that English game on somebody that don't speak English. So yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's a bunch of weirdo shit. you know, bunch of dang on weirdos. He over there, he over there getting some coochie. Hey, that might keep that dude from doing something stupid back here in the States. Let him go. Let him live. Let him live his life. When Big Brenda take her ass over to Jamaica to hedonism and be walking around looking at them Jamaicans and paying them Jamaicans to knock the dust off of her, y'all don't say nothing. They don't say nothing, Jay. Hey, JJ, they don't say nothing to Big Brenda when she be getting her back blown out by Julian St. Jacques. When the rent dread, when he slide up on her, they don't say nothing. They say nada. No dice nada. Lo que sea. Lo que sea, lo que sea. They don't say nothing. No dice nada. They just they let her live. And the same should go for the passport guys. Same should go for the passport guys. Leave them alone. Let them be happy. Let them live. Let them guys enjoy themselves. That's what I say. you know. Anyway, man, I don't know, man. I gotta do better with these live streams, man. Man, this internet Florida be like Boost Mobile, dog. It'd be like that Dominican. It'd be like that mobile, that cell service in the Dominican Republic, man. Man, this mess is horrible, man. Anyway, it's no difference than when these guys would go to Magic City, when they would go to King of Diamonds, when they would go to the factory, Club O, and do the same thing, so they can bang out strippers. It's the same thing, you know. And they said these guys are lame, you know. When a guy called another guy lame, he is channeling the bitch in him. He's channeling the bitch in him. That's That's all that is. That's, he's he's channeling his mama, and go mama black, you is lame. That's all that is, man. Leave them dudes alone. Let them guys live. You know, let them guys live. Now they go over to these countries, and some of the foreign guys don't like it. Which them guys got a lot of nerve because they come over here to the states, and they do that with American women. They be all up in Americans women's face. If they don't have no money, they be trying to spit that little game too, and in their best English. Sounding like Pepe Le Pew. I don't have an issue with game. I don't have an issue with contracting. I don't even call it tricking. I call it contracting. You're paying for a service. you know, you're a contractor. You're paying for a service from a temporary employee. You know, don't it, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. These guys, the guys that are opposed to the passport bros and SYSBM. These are the same guys, and they say that they make it a moral issue, but I'm like, fornication is a moral issue too. You know, fornication is a moral issue too. You really want to get down to it, you know. You know, they talk about the HIV rates outside the country. I'm like, dog, we got Atlanta, we got New York, and we got Chicago, we got Los Angeles. HIV rates are through the roof. Herpes through the roof. You're probably safer going over to them places than you are here. Now, I don't condone unprotected sex. I think it's stupid. I think it's dangerous. I don't think it's wise to play dice with Johnson, but, again, I wouldn't do it. What another man does, that don't affect me. I already got a wife, so I ain't out there like that, um, I mean, hey, like I said, your passport, bro, hey, do what you do. Get out there and live your life, enjoy your money, enjoy your time. Just be safe. That's all I gotta say. Just be safe. As far as these foreign chicks setting guys up to get robbed and killed, well, that happens in the hood all the time. Like I said, every hood in the U.S. is a third world country. Really, it's third. Every hood is third world, motherfucker. If you ain't ever been to Little Rock, Arkansas, you ain't ever been to Jackson, Mississippi, Miami Gardens, Ford Heights in Illinois, Robinson, Illinois, they all third world countries. Gary, Indiana is a third world country. Ben Harbor, Michigan is a third world country. Flint, Michigan is a third world country. And these places they ain't they ain't that much better than these other developing countries. Like I said, they got their own dirty feet women, dirty feet broads. Out there. Uh, can't afford dental work. But she gonna tell you she want a Birkin bag. Bitch, you better take this grocery bag. Sit your ass down somewhere. You know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. You know. All right. Anyway, that's all I got to say on the stream. Especially I ain't got nobody in here. It's a work in progress. Um, as I get better, the streams will get better. Hopefully, I get more people. I can really talk some shit. So it is what it is. All right, it's Mr. Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to drop something in the Cash App, it's great. You know, get in the comment section. You know, if you agree or disagree, don't make a difference. Say something. You know. All right, it's Mr. Royce, Royce Media, and I'm out.